Are you somebody who frequently needs to make presentations in front of the C-suite in your company? Because there are meetings where you need to get buy-in, because there are ideas that you need to share, or maybe reports and data that you need to share as well. Well, one of the biggest mistakes that I see executives make when they are making presentations in front of C-suite is that they're making presentations from the past. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is that executives, when they present in front of C-suite, they present as though they would have presented in the past, how they would have presented to their past bosses, how they would have presented when they were in college, or how they would have presented when they were in their previous managerial or more junior level positions. And that's what I meant by they present from the past. Because you see, when you are in front of C-suite, the C-suite executives, that is the senior most executive leadership team in your company. And C-suite are very forward thinking. They're very future driven, results driven as well. And they see very far out in this time and space horizons, very far into the future. So if you're somebody who is an executive and you're presenting in front of C-suite and you're presenting from the past, then the way that you show up, the strategies that you're going to be using aren't going to be matching their expectations or aren't going to be matching what they're looking for. So in this video, what I want to share with you are 3 key strategies on how you can improve your presentations in front of C-suite so that they're going to understand the meaning behind what you're saying, so that you can better be able to get buy-in from them as well, and you can position yourself as a leader in that boardroom. So go ahead, I'm going to jump right in. And by the way, if this is resonating with you, give me a thumbs up as well. If you want to hear more of these videos, then comment below what is the next topic you would like me to talk about. And if you haven't done so already, remember to subscribe to my channel, ring that bell as well, because every single week I release videos like this on this topic and so much more. Strategy number 1, link to corporate objectives. You are making a presentation in front of C-suite, and the whole aim of the C-suite executives is to be involved in strategic directions. Remember, all the C-suite executives, the CXO, their whole role is to support the CEO with respects to where are we going, how are we going to get there, what is the direction, what are our top priorities. So when you're making a presentation, you're presenting your idea or maybe you're presenting your recommendation. Anytime you present your idea or your recommendation outside of the context of a founding problem, then it's going to be left open to criticism. And that's why the most likely reason why I see executives having their ideas rejected, the most likely reason why their ideas are not prioritized or their ideas are not accepted because of that. So here's the thing, when you're linking to your corporate objectives, the key is to understand my idea, my recommendation, what is the real problem that it solves for the corporation? What is the big picture, overarching objective or the mission that this company has, and the CEO is providing that mission because they're the ones that have the guiding directions. So understand what is the real problem that my recommendation and my idea solves. So when you link it to that corporate objective, now you have the correct context in your presentation in front of C-suite. Strategy number 2 is to build the business case. So when you're making your presentation, one of the biggest mistakes that I see executives make is going right into the recommendation, straight up into the idea without building a business case around it. Because let's face it, your executive leadership team, they have so many ideas, so many different directions, so many goals that they need to prioritize. So if you're going in and you're going straight up for the recommendation and you haven't built the business case for it, they're not going to see why your idea and your recommendation is the top priority. So it's important to be able to, first of all, going back to the first strategy, link it to the corporate objectives, but secondly, build a business case. Because when it comes to executive decisions, they're going to prioritize based on how do we see that this recommendation is going to help us to achieve what's most important to us. And what is most important to them, one of the things that is most important across the board is how is it going to help our customers? How is it going to help build our customer base? How is it going to help serve our customers even better? Because that's what gives the company competitive edge. Right? So if you're somebody who's hearing this and you understand, yes, it is important to build a business case, but that's something that I've always been weak in. And that's really something I don't know how to do. How do I build a business case? How do I say it? How do I position it? What do I need to say exactly? If that's what you're wondering, then I invite you to work with me. Below this video, in the description, there is a link, and that's where you can book a call to talk to myself or a member of my team. And this is where we're going to explore whether or not it's the right fit for us to work together. Because every single week, I train a team of executives on exactly how to build your business case. Exactly how do you present in front of C-suite executives, leadership teams, so that they understand what you're proposing, so that you can ensure that you give your most powerful foot forward, but also that you can convey your idea in such a way that now they know what is it going to cost them if they don't buy into it. You're going to be able to position it that way, and it's going to empower you to be able to communicate with certainty and clarity and confidence as well. So if that's something you want to achieve for your career and step up into higher levels of leadership, then book a link below, and I look forward to working with you on the inside. And the third strategy is to choreograph the interaction. Yes, you can design how that interaction will go. You can choreograph the whole thing. Keep in mind that when you're presenting to C-suite, they will ask deep questions, just as a result of their business acumen, the depth of their knowledge and insights as well. So just be prepared for the depth of insightful questions that they ask due to their business acumen. So that's step number one, to choreographing the interaction. Step number two is to be able to articulate and show up, to be able to position your recommendations, position your arguments as well, so that you can be able to come across building trust and familiarity. So that's two very important ingredients, trust and familiarity. Number one is trust. This is how you can build trust, that they can trust your leadership in carrying out the projects. They can trust your recommendations because you also are coming with your depth of insights and wisdom. And they can trust your ability to be able to follow through on the recommendations that you suggest. The second aspect, remember, was familiarity. So when you show up and you present in front of C-suite, that you present with familiarity, causing in them a feeling of familiarity that you are one of them and that you belong in the boardroom as well. So trust and familiarity, two ingredients. And finally, as you are choreographing the interaction, it's also important that you are prepared for questions that come along the way, and to be able to prepare to include them, involve them in the action plans. Because the executive, the C-suite, they're the senior most leadership team in that company, and they're prepared to be involved in it. In fact, they want to be involved in it. So how can they be included in your strategic plan? How can they be included in the recommendations you are proposing or the decisions that you are getting their buy-in from? And as you're creating that sense of urgency in that C-suite, what is their involvement exactly going to be? Right, so those are the three strategies on how you can make your most powerful presentations in front of the C-suite. So in summary, and overall, a presentation in front of C-suite requires a completely different mindset. A different mindset from the presentations you've given in the past, from presentations you've given throughout college, from presentations you've given throughout your junior years, and even from presentations that you gave in senior management as well. It's a completely different ballgame, a different mindset, and a different way to prepare for these presentations. And just know that when you're in front of a C-suite, and it is important to create a sense of urgency, to get buy-in from your recommendations as well, and to be acknowledged and recognized for your wisdom. But have the mindset to know that you're not just there to get a hold of resources and budget as well from them. It is also about being able to choreograph what is the way that we're going to move forward. So with that, I have another video prepared for you if you want to understand how do I communicate as an executive. Then that is showing up right up next. I created this video before. And so this is going to show you some steps on how you could communicate more effectively as an executive. That video is coming right up next. Don't go anywhere, and I will see you there.